carriers need to get signed up with brokers to haul loads, but often they can't. They don't understand how they're going to pay for insurance to hang around for another 120 days or so. At the same time, brokers have to be careful because of a surge in online fraud. So please chime in, say hello, make new friends, and network with the best on ATI Auto Business. What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to Industry Logistics on ATI Auto Business, where everyone learns more about the automotive industry. We're talking about new carriers, new MC numbers, getting signed up with brokers to haul loads and access load boards. So please share your suggestions, promote your business in the live chat. Please do leave a like and help me wish a warm welcome to my co-host, Sue. Can you see me and hear me okay?
I can. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
It's there.
All right. All right.
It all has to do with the subject we're going to have today.
Oh, so. I know. I actually, just as we talk about it, it doesn't take long to get to the red eye. You know, right. The camera, right? Like, right. It's infuriating. What's infuriating? All right, you got your MC number. Now what? People are, you're going through this. People are contacting me. This happens all the time, and I know, like, there are going to be folks that are like, oh, yeah, nah, this topic's not for me. I get it. This is a really big topic, though, to new carriers. They don't know what to do.
Right.
We said, okay, here's your top 10 load boards. Go get it. But guess what? There's a problem. You can't just go get it.
No.
I got, this is from, this is very recent. This guy says, will they work with new authorities? Why is he asking? Because it's a problem.
Yeah.
And as you say, getting a hold of them is like an act of Congress. Getting a hold of who is like an act of Congress? The broker.
Well, a couple of the big brokers, maybe 3 of them, have gone to Truckstop, which is RMIS. So RMIS got bought out by Truckstop, I think, a year or so ago. Anyways, so for example, the big brokers like Metro, United Road, RPM all use that. So I have a new driver, so I've been trying to get him signed up with everybody, and it's been a nightmare. A lot of the rules have changed for a lot of the brokers as to how long you have to be in business or how many ratings you have to have, that kind of thing. They've all increased quite a bit. The places that used to take everybody brand new will no longer take them. Metro and this whole Truckstop thing, like, for example, I'm trying to get on there. I follow the link. I do everything you're supposed to. And now the driver has to do a lot of it. Like, they have to do a selfie and everything else to prove who they are. That part I get. It's the part where it says you're still not verified. They tell him on his phone he's verified, but on my screen it says not verified because his email doesn't match, or there's no email on the FMCSA or DOT website. So I made him go check. It's all right there, but it won't link. So I try to call Truckstop because that's what I was told to do. Actually, I was told to call RMIS, but same thing. And I was on there on hold for almost 2 hours. Of course, I can't sit there and wait all day. Left a message, haven't gotten a call back yet. Gonna have to do it again. And that, like I said, that's just for Metro. I don't know what happens when I go to the other ones and the other ones next. So we can discuss some of the ones that we have on our load board are not. I mean, we can talk about the ones they can sign up for and some that they can't. But then there's actual brokers out there that I've been finding out recently that have changed it. Like a new used to be able to get signed up. Now it's 90 days. And then there's a process for that. And I think we're going to kind of talk about there's certain links you have to contact and they send you a link to download. Same thing with backlot cars who got bought out by by Cars Arrive. Same thing. You have to do all of that, but your insurance has to say a different thing. And at least those guys, I got him signed up right away. But even like if you're on Super Dispatch and you're verified, I'm still not getting loads. They said they either, I got told Mobility Works is saying they will not take any new carriers at all. Then I had several other ones that I tried to request loads for that either just blatantly ignored me or told me they couldn't do it because we hadn't been in business long enough. So, yeah, new carriers are probably having a problem with all of this. I mean, we do this on a regular day, getting people signed up, and we're having a heck of a time. I can't even imagine a new carrier who doesn't know anything how to do any of this, how they're doing when it comes to this.
We're going to look at the list of the load boards
Okay.
and see if we can, because
You
there
can
is no
tell.
repository of this information,
Right.
and it's not in any broker's interest to, a lot of brokers now have
Yeah.
like an in-house media that's growing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're not going to. Well, I don't
Right.
know. Maybe they are going to share that, but they're only going to share theirs.
Or-
What we could do is maybe take our load board list. Put your money where your mouth is, Jay. And if we could took this list, right,
Yeah, we can
and
go
next
through
to
it.
each number, right, put what we are told is the number of days that a new carrier needs to wait.
Right. That's
By
fine.
the way, what's a new carrier? I often talk about terms and definitions because what is a new carrier?
Right.
There are some new carriers that aren't new.
Right.
They just have a new MC number or company.
Or they hadn't used their MC number in years and have been off of central dispatch and went back on. That happens too a lot. And here's the problem with that. No ratings. This new rating system, unless you're bad, I swear to you, nobody gives ratings. I mean, I gave out ratings for this new guy. Still haven't received any ratings back on anybody. So,
Well, and I will jump in and say, there's a pandemic, there's a social, there's a like pandemic. I've come up with a thing. I like ATI, but I don't like ATI. Meaning, like, the information's getting out, but the likes, no.
yeah.
She didn't mention my animal's name or whatever. Like, this is where we are. It's okay. I'm not mad, but for to think things will happen socially, it isn't. It just isn't true. And so we have to work even harder to kind of make our case. And I mean everybody, even brokers.
Yeah.
Brokers need the camera one. Newsflash, guys, you have to work even harder to make your case. I see the funniest thing to me on LinkedIn, and I know no one else thinks it's funny, but broker after broker is posting, they're posting the same image, we'll haul your cars, this and that. But there's no differentiation, and there's no new information. I already knew that you could haul my car. Right?
Right.
Hey, I already knew that. Nonetheless, getting back to new carriers, the reason we're talking about this is that, so, insurance.
Yep.
A new carrier, just for the sake of fun, a new carrier that has to wait 120 days to get signed up with your load board, how much money do they have to spend on insurance for their equipment while they're waiting?
I mean, it depends, Most people, I would say, are paying
like $5
I'm gonna
grand?
guess. No, I think it's more than that. If you really
Right? I was thinking.
if they're brand new, they could be paying $2,000 a month.
Which
minimum.
isn't that it? That's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
If you're paying $2,000 a month and you gotta wait 120 days, how in the world are you gonna make it?
That's just it. I mean, they're making
That's
it
impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is crazy.
30 days is hard.
And I know this isn't the broker's problem. This is what makes life so complex, is that we can't. I mean, hey man, I got to protect my business too. Where everybody has to, right? But we do have to recognize, if you make me wait 120 days, I'm $8,000 in the hole by the time I haul your first load. And when I do haul your first load, is it going to make up for that 120 days? No.
Probably not.
I mean, of course not. But so, all right, there we go. So we kind of laid a little bit of the foundation there. Some of the really good news. Can we try to estimate? I know we don't have all the information.
I know a big chunk of them on here.
Okay. let's.
Well, I mean, central dispatch is open to everybody because that's our main load board.
So really, I mean, but didn't you just say it was open, but then couldn't verify? No.
No, not that one. No,
Okay, so super
not central.
dispatch is open.
Central is open. Super is open.
And pause for a second. Walk me through. If
Okay.
I'm a new carrier,
Central dispatch is going to be automatically the first place you got to go get signed up for and get going because that's where all the loads are at, basically. Okay.
But it's all the brokers are different, right?
Right. And right. And all brokers are on there, and some you're going to be able to haul for, some you're not, obviously, but it doesn't matter. Central dispatch is still I mean, that's where you have to go. Most people are not going to give you even a load unless you're on central dispatch, and that's where they base all their criteria from too. So if it's 90 days for a certain company, they're going to look at your paperwork on central dispatch, or they're going to look at your MC paperwork, and they're going to go by that. Now, as far as central dispatch, what they're going to ask for, they're going to ask for your insurance cert. They're going to ask for your MC paperwork, and I'm not sure if they make you sign a contract or anything like that because it's been so long since I signed up. And then you'll have to pay. I'm not sure if they're still giving the first month free. They used to do that way back in the day, but I really am not sure if they're doing that. Next would be Super Dispatch. That's also one you're going to want to sign up with. It is free if you're just using the app on your phone. You do have to get verified and stuff like that to get on their load board to be able to take loads instantaneously off of there.
Yeah.
I recommend both of those just right off the bat. That's the first two you're going to want to do.
Okay.
No matter what. Metro now, that's the one I was talking about that I'm trying to get through RMIS/Truckstop to get signed up. Like I said, I've been working on that for over a week and I still am not signed up. I still cannot get a response. So that would be the next one I would tell you to sign up for, and it's going to be a process. ACV, I tried to sign my guy up and he told me 6 months. And I think he said that's been like that for a couple years, but I know I signed up somebody recently, so that may have just changed. Holly doesn't usually have any restrictions, but we can't get signed up because once again, it's going through RMIS/Truckstop, and they're saying we don't have an email set up with our DOT, which is not true.
Yes.
Then
So 30
Ship.Cars, you can sign up with. That's
30
just a
days,
load
you have to
board,
wait.
and I believe it's free. And I don't think you have to pay anything to get on there. And it has to do, I don't want to say this, but it has to do with Montway.
Yeah,
they don't own it, but
it's
they
probably
put a lot of their
free.
loads on there, so you're going to want to sign up with Montway. I believe they'll take you. The only thing they will not do is give you like brand new cars or VIP
and
cars. You have to do so many loads to be able to do
dispatching
VIP cars. Run Buggy, I thought they were a 90-day, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure.
No, they.
Autosled, we did sign up, but then we were told 90 days. CarShip.io, that's not really a sign up board. It's where a lot of the companies put their cars through, like Auction Direct, that kind of thing. They'll ship your load through that. Dispatch Center, that's just another load board that you can sign up for. You can sign up for it, but it's basically central. It's up to you. It's depending on how much money you want to spend on, these load boards. I generally just tell you central dispatch, super dispatch for if you're going to have to pay anything. Now these are load boards, but like we were talking about, there's a lot of brokers in between central that are on there that I'm not going to be able to discuss because we're not up here, but like we were talking about, was 90 days. They used to take everybody. Who else, Jay, were we talking about earlier today?
Bye-bye.
I didn't catch all the names that we were talking about, but I was kind of thinking, I hear, that was really good too, by the way, Sue. I mean, really, it was really helpful. So, walk me through RMIS Truckstop, and I don't know if I need to pull up the website. Where do you
can
go?
if you want. So RMIS used to be just so we've talked about RMIS for the last several years. They have taken over like monitoring insurance for transporters. So a lot of the big brokers have gone to them because obviously I think they're informed immediately if someone doesn't pay their insurance. I'm hoping, okay. I'm just going with the theory here because I don't know how this works. But I'm assuming that the reason why they're paying to go through a big company like this is that they're being told when somebody doesn't pay their insurance or when somebody does something that causes their insurance to be shut off or they get what's it called, where they get shut down, something to that effect, where their points go off the chain. So I'm assuming that's what they're using them for. However, now there's more to it, and it's not letting you through the whole thing. Now, I know a lot of the, like it says, on board with the top brokers. I know Ready's with them. I know Metro's with them. I know you.
By the way, and
United
you
Road.
said Ready Logistics. Someone else said Ready Logistics.
Mhm.
Is Ready Logistics still a separate entity, or is it Central Dispatch?
That's a good question.
I know. I don't think anybody knows, and there's been no announcement, but that's
Yeah.
fine. Do whatever.
Yeah, true. And I don't know if you
People don't
want to
know.
sign up as a new person. I don't even know how you go about doing it now, truthfully.
Well, it's a
Right?
secret.
Yeah.
Hey, psst, don't talk about it.
Because I mean, Rhett has been not let anybody sign up now
I
for
know. I'm
3 years.
sorry.
That's like 3 years. So, but if they move to Central, it kind of makes you wonder, are they
It's
opening
an
it up again?
educational channel. I don't know the
Yeah.
controversy. Okay.
So,
Well, so if you go to truckstop.com
mhm.
and let's say you're new to this, do you have to pay for this?
No, this
No.
all has to do, I mean, you do if I think you're a broker, that's what you're doing. You're
Okay, but
paying for this as a service.
as a carrier,
Mhm.
you want to get signed up because this is the gate
For all these
some
big
of the,
brokers.
okay.
Correct.
So
Yes.
you need to go to do you go to truckstop.com?
Yeah, that's where you're at right now. And it says, look right there, it says get step-by-step instructions. I'm assuming that's where you're going to sign up.
So truckstop.com gets new carriers.
And see, here's the thing. If you think
Get
about it
signed
this
up.
way, them using this information through RMIS should allow us to be signed up immediately, correct? Which I think if this was working the step-by-step process, we would be. There is no waiting period because if you read it, it says help protect your credentials and prevent imposters. So they're trying to take care of this hacking and this crazy stuff that's going on. That's the way I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
This makes sense. Use this
Mm-hmm.
and let us all haul. You know what I mean? If
It
that's
does
what they're
make
worried
sense,
about.
but are you saying you're stuck in it?
No, well, I'm stuck in it because it's saying that my DOT number doesn't have an email to verify back, which it does. We check to make sure.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get a hold of them to figure out what's going on.
What happens if you click on Truckstop bot? Any luck?
I hadn't tried that one yet. No, I was given the phone number from Metro to call, which is what I've been doing.
Oh, well, try the bot.
Yeah, maybe it might work. Might send me.
There was also an FAQ, but you know, hey, I'm just gonna say this. Announcement. These FAQ pages. What's your opinion? Do you use these?
I have when I haven't been able to figure out something and I can't talk to anybody. I definitely will go read them.
All right. Do
A
they
lot
help?
of times I've noticed. Well, I mean, some of them do, some of them don't. I mean, I don't. Sometimes they don't get into depth enough with what's going on with whatever your problem is that you can't get that answer.
Here's what I think. I think these pages are great, but they don't replace.
A person.
Yeah,
answering the question.
I think the magic combo is both.
You're right.
Create a great FAQ page. I'm not sure, Jay, who you're talking to right now, but create a great FAQ page and a person bot and put them together.
And
But
hope that they
anyways.
really know what they're talking about.
I mean, because the thing is, this is part of the bog down. We all talk about bog down, and things get bogged down because you're trying to get signed up with something. You need a representative. You can't get through a step. You just told me that you're stuck in the RMIS truck stop with no reply in trying to get signed up with Metro, right?
Right.
And then they're like, well, what'd they say? Go call them?
They told me to call them.
So you're in like a loop now.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because really all we want to do is move a load, by the
Well,
way.
and here's the thing, and this is what I don't understand too. Once you're signed up with RMIS, shouldn't you almost have that pre-qualification in for all the other companies that use RMIS? You would think it should be doon, it's done.
Well,
and I don't think it is.
Thank you. I was assuming that was true. That's not true.
Yeah. And I haven't had it happen that way. No. No, because
No,
like
this is
when I
RMIS
did,
red. You need green. No, not orange, not purple.
well, like for example, when you're doing RPM and they tell you to send the certificate of insurance to RMIS. You do that, they have it on file, and then you call RMI or you call RPM and say, okay, they've got it, and they're like, no, they don't. You're not set up. So it's like there's a disconnect in there someplace, and I don't know if it's each broker's different or what is going on, but it's not smooth sailing, let's just put it that way. And it should be. If we're doing all this
Well,
stuff, it should be like clickety clack, you're done. Moving
yeah,
on.
and I would try the bot. Hopefully, the bot is
I'll
connected
try
to
the
your
bot
vehicle.
when we
Try
get
the
done
bot.
here and see if that will help me in any way, shape, or form.
But I agree. It seems to me like if RMIS, and they've been in business for years.
Yeah.
This isn't a
Yeah.
new thing.
No, huh?
So it should,
No.
and by the way, freight, Truckstop, DAT, and all that stuff, they're ahead of car hauling on technology and process, anyways.
Mhm.
So I would think that this system is viable. Plus, these brokers are paying for it, right?
Oh yeah, I think they're paying a lot too. I think we talked to somebody
All
one
right. Well,
time and
this
they
thing
said
better
it's
work
expensive.
then.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, smack
And
the
no wonder they're
pinball
like,
machine.
hands
come
off,
on.
just go talk to them, you know?
Right, exactly.
I get it.
All right. Well, you're paying.
Yeah.
Would it be crazy to say, hey, you're paying this much? Do you have like a rep over there that handles your account? Whatever.
Yeah.
In the chat, we've got, let's see here. Elena's here. Hello, Elena. James is here.
Elena.
James contacted me on, this is pretty cool. James found me through, well, I think YouTube. Then emailed me and wanted a copy of the spreadsheets, dispatcher training. So James, glad you're here. And if you have, listen, if you're new, if you're old, whatever you are, you can put it in the live chat. You can promote your company. You can ask your questions. You can leave a like. Oh, this is pretty cool. I do now have I got a donation link that I put in the live chat too. So if you want to, share the love, do that. Luis Montes is here. What's up, Luis? Give a digital bell. And Elena said, why are number 9 and number 10 on the list? Okay, yeah, let's go back to that for a second. I like this kind of stuff. This is the hard stuff. And 9 and 10.
She's right in a way, because CarshipIO is really not a transporter. It's more of a broker thing.
But
it can be.
This
you
is
can
a
use their eBOL system, but I think you have to pay for it.
Well, you have to pay for central dispatch.
Right.
Which is number 1. And
but
these
CarshipIO has, I think they have a board. It's free.
Well, it's a marketplace.
Right.
But this is where you can go for loads. But I believe it. I believe it qualifies as being here. It's not Kmart.
I've never signed up for it, so I can't honestly say that.
But they have. Well, whether you have or haven't, CarshipIO has loads that you can book. As a matter of fact, Stan at CarshipIO was kind enough to email me after we did this show and let me know some of the things we didn't know about CarshipIO. Cool. Which is why and I've already invited everybody that's on this list to come on ATI and clarify, explain, expound, whatever it is. And they're just beating down the door to get on the show. It is a mystery. I guess we're that irrelevant. We go live week after week, and we're still just irrelevant as all heck. Which is
so what I'm understanding. So CarshipIO is kind of.
Don't worry, I'll stop doing it one day. It's fine.
It's like a TMS thing. Is that what I'm reading?
Well, CarshipIO does okay. CarshipIO, I believe, has a mobile app.
Yeah, it says.
Right.
Yeah, it says TMS plans.
Okay, they have a TMS for sure.
Mm-hmm.
TMS is where you can organize your loads and dispatch to the mobile app.
Yep.
I believe they have a CRM component, which is where you can manage leads and run a business.
Yep, that's what it says.
And it has a load board marketplace where a carrier can just book loads just like you would off central dispatch. So CarshipIO actually qualifies for all segments: mobile app, TMS, CRM, load board. Which not all of these companies do that. So CarshipIO, but the reason they're number 9 is
on comparable to what, Super Dispatch?
CarshipIO, yes, is comparable to Super Dispatch.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at too.
It's just that, as Stan knows, well, This is the problem. This gets into number of loads. Because Jay and Sue, what criteria did you use to rank this list? This is the biggest sticking point. And by the way, this video I shared on LinkedIn, and man, it went nuts. A lot of companies chimed in and thanked me, actually, for just being on the list. But I think what a lot of companies wanted to say was, hey, why am I not number one? And you got to be number one, you do have to have the most loads. That's the whole point of a load board, is to have loads. Anyways, that's why, Elaine, I don't want to get on the weeds on that, but that's why CarShip.io and Dispatch Center both have loads, and as we talked about, we don't know, Elena, what should number 9 and number 10 be? Please let me know. Really, I want to know. You know that. Chris says, hey, soon, Jay still floating in the background. Recommend leasing on with somebody. Talked about another ATI show. Next, get your own DOT number. It will season. So
but you'll still have to pay your insurance, though. That would suck.
It doesn't seem to be a good way to go out on your own without it looking like you're a noob.
I mean, you can... I think they shut off your MC number if you don't pay your insurance, right? So it's like...
Right, yeah, no, you
yeah, I mean...
9 out of 10 dentists say you're new. Okay. Ruben Garcia, RPM and Superior said 180 days. Thanks, wow. Ruben.
I'm surprised. Dang,
is that 6 months? Did I get the math right?
That's 6 months.
Do I need a calculator? No?
Yeah, no, that's right.
Okay. Man, that's a long time, Ruben. Let's see. So 6 months. Let's see. Insurance. 2K times 6 months. About 10 grand in insurance. Wow.
Yeah.
Plus, you have the lease on history. However, I don't think you can hold the MC number without insurance. Yeah, right. Chris is wondering, can you hold on to an MC number without insurance? And the answer is...
You can keep it. It's just not active. So I don't know.
Do they look at that? Do they go?
I don't know. Because then there's I don't know. Can they look back and see if you've been using it?
They will. If they can, they will.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way for them to figure it out. Because you can have an MC number, as far as I know. Because all the guys have done that.
Noob.
Yeah. So
noob. They have noob alerts, I think. DDD says, what's up? Hey, what's going on, DDD? Hey. Jeremy Wander from Run Buggy is here. Jeremy had a good comment on LinkedIn. Hey, what's up, Jeremy?
He's the one that helped me get on to Run Buggy with a couple of my guys.
Oh, very cool. See,
so Jeremy, answer us. How many days is it?
30.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh.
Jeremy.
Jeremy just called us and told us it's 30 days.
Jeremy called. Okay, see, here's the thing. Okay, so Run Buggy, do you see what just happened? Run Buggy just came and cannonballed into the pool on Industry Logistics. Oh, why, other 9 companies on the list? Why don't you do that too?
Yes.
I really don't. Okay. But that's auto transport. That's literally this industry. Yeah. When we say fragmented, we are not kidding around.
There's something on fire.
Okay. Lewis, how can I check a dispatcher for my company? Do you need a dispatcher? I think I know it. Do you know what dispatchers are?
I might.
All right, let me hear it. Lewis, I'm going to share her contact info. If you need a dispatcher, if you want to ask a question, you can ask Sue.
Absolutely.
She loves
to. Away.
I mean, and that's why, it doesn't get any more transparent than Thursdays at noon. Huh? I mean, we're right here. Well, I guess that could be the whole problem entirely. Okay. Lewis, what's the best insurance company for car haulers? It's interesting you should ask that, Lewis. I know a guy.
Yeah. You're going to want to get several quotes. You really will.
Where would you go for insurance quotes?
I'll be honest, most of my guys go through Progressive. So far,
Yeah.
it's been the cheapest,
Progressive
but
has just
that doesn't
dominated.
mean anything. I mean, it depends on where you live, it depends on your credit, it depends on your driving history, depends on how far you're going to drive. Some of them have rules that, you're only doing a 500-mile radius. That's how they give you a cheap rate. But then I have guys drive past that, and then if they have something happen, guess what happens? You're in deep doo-doo. So watch that. I mean, I've got a list of people, but honestly, I would tell you to stay away from anybody that doesn't do this. If they don't know what a certificate of insurance for a car hauler is, stay far away, because that's one of the number one things as a dispatcher or when you're starting to sign up is getting your certificate of insurance in as quickly as possible because they don't hold loads. So you're wanting to either get like Progressive, you can get on your own board and get it yourself and send it to them immediately, which I actually prefer. Or you've got to talk to that agent, whoever you're talking to, and say, just so you understand, this has to be taken care of immediately. My I always tell them my driver's sitting there, can't move, and I need this done right away, whether it's true or not, just to make a move. So that's what I have happen a lot. You'll get if you go to like your local State Farm guy that's just down the road from you because he's been your friend for years. Generally speaking, they do not know how to do this and do it fast. So just keep that in mind.
Thank you, Sue. So
Mhm.
I was just reading Elena. So I like it. Thanks, Elena. Elena's got feedback. Okay.
Okay.
So she would add United Road, which, okay, so United Road is 5, is Holly. But I know, United Road, Holly, right? Okay.
Yeah.
She said ACI, which we talked about. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the question. Does ACI have a load board?
They do.
Where?
They do.
Can we
It's only
see
on
it?
an app.
It's on an app.
It's on an app.
All right.
And
But that's okay.
they have to set you up though, because what
Can you?
happens with mine is
Okay.
because I have multiple drivers, only one driver can use the app. Don't ask.
So,
Um, and Carpool has a load board too. We talked about them last week
okay.
too.
So, how do I, let's say I'm a new carrier, how do I go look at ACI?
I think you can go to their website.
Can I? All
Let me
right, let's
see.
try.
And ACI. I know Carpool has a website you sign up on.
Okay, we're going to go to that in a second. ACI, I think it's ACI Transport, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
ACITransport.com. Okay. Oh, they've updated their website. That's cool. Um,
I mean, the other day I just emailed it all
Carriers.
into them.
Customer portal, carriers.
Their load board is called that CarriedAway up there at the top.
Oh, CarriedAway.
That's their load board.
Of course it is. Okay.
And see, you have to log in with the
Good name.
customer portal.
CarriedAway.
Yep.
Boy,
and there's
that
their loads.
you know what? That format on the app looks familiar.
I-
I've seen that.
I don't know if maybe I gave you one of the guys' one time so you could see it. That's
Maybe.
possible.
Okay. All right. So CarriedAway. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. That's awesome. I'm
And you're
glad that
better off if
I'm
you're
glad we
signed
were
up.
able to communicate through the grapevine.
And and I'm gonna tell you guys, if you get signed up, use the load board. It is almost impossible to get through to ACI. It's just kind of like a new. You have to call and call or wait and wait and wait. So
Oh,
if you have the load board, it's an automatic thing. Usually you request it and then
Okay.
you'll get an email back saying whether they're going to send it or not.
okay. So can you get signed up now, or do you have to wait?
No, it's what I tell you, 90 days. I sent it to you the other day. It's either 90 days
Oh.
or 6 months.
Okay. Okay. 90 days or 6 months. All right. Okay. But that's cool. I didn't know about Carried. Do we know how many loads CarriedAway has?
I don't think it shows
And
you.
we can't go look
remember.
at it, right? That's
Well, I
part
can't.
of the
I
app
haven't seen.
stuff.
I've got. If my guy's still signing up. Gary,
Huh. All right.
let me see if it tells you. I think we talked about this and we couldn't come up with. Yeah, no, there's no way to see.
Okay.
There's
Next,
just
we're going to look at
page after
Carpool.
page.
And you're right, by the way, is that, let's see, Carpool Logistics, not Carpool Karaoke.
no logistics.
Carpool, I just want to say Auto Hauler Exchange, and I apologize. And
Yeah, that's
I will
another one.
say, Auto Hauler Exchange is very good at saying they're not a load board, and I don't know if that's what took them out of my thinking, but I did leave out Auto Hauler Exchange. I didn't do that
And
on
they
purpose.
use the
So, I'm
RMIS
sorry.
thing too, so I couldn't get
Do they? Okay.
signed up with them either.
Well, and you know what? There's no reason this can't be 15.
Right. Absolutely.
Maybe it should be 15.
Because, RPM has a load
So
board too. Not that we're able to
tell us
access
the
it, but
15. That'll be, you know what? That's going to be next. We're going to do top 15 load boards. Oh my goodness. This thing's going to go forever. Somebody's like, oh my God, you mean Jay's not stopping the show yet? Oh God. Okay. It was Janice. I knew it, Janice.
It's always Janice.
It's always Janice. All right, carpoollogistics.com. So, haul with Carpool?
click on that. Yep.
Oh, and it takes you to CarrierPackets. Now,
Yep.
what is this again? Is this like
This is
RMIS?
Yeah, this is easy. No, this is
easy.
not RMS. This is the My Carrier portal that a lot of the people were using that I noticed.
I was just going to say, didn't we see kind of a switch happening?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Or everybody's running from one side of the Titanic to the... Okay.
Yeah, we're getting some different stuff now.
All right, that's cool.
This is the one that everybody.
It's Coke versus Pepsi. It's Coke versus Pepsi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carpool Logistics. So is it easy to get signed up?
Yeah, you put in your DOT number and then it flits through it and just you just keep following the links.
And then what happens? Do we know how many loads they have?
No.
I'm looking right now.
Oh, Janice is on there with
Janice
one of her drivers. I don't remember if it told you how many loads or not.
Let me see.
So if we were to add, all right. So if we were to add another 5,
I would add carpool.
What do you mean if? Yeah. Okay. So
Carpool.
So we're gonna go. All right. Carpool. ACI. I'm gonna add Auto Hauler Exchange. AHX.
Yes.
Now
technically you can add RPM. We just don't have access to the load
I was just
yet.
gonna say, and I actually, so I'm not afraid. I've talked a little bit to RPM. Got an RPM show coming up in the future.
Okay, cool. Have them help us.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Okay, we added RPM. I reached out to Carvana. I haven't talked to them. I reached out to 123 Load Board. I haven't talked to them yet.
Okay.
So we got Carpool, ACI, AHX, RPM. Who else is not on this list that let's see, we had, seems like on the, let's see,
Alina,
does U-Ship count as a load board?
U-Ship? I know.
Is that on
Cars Arrive, yeah. Cars Arrive has a load board.
Cars Arrive, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't do, I don't know, I just stay away from U-Ship, so I don't know. In all reality, here's the thing, guys. U-Ship has their own brokerage now on there for loads.
Do they?
Yeah, that's what U-Ship Logistics is. I believe they are affiliated, but it's their
that was the right move because everybody else had...
Well, on the you can still get on U-Ship, but the thing is, you're bidding against people, and then there's a fee involved. Once if you win the bid with the customer and all this other stuff. I don't know. I know of people that do stuff off of there. I've never had any luck. And then when all that hacking happened and all the crazy stuff happened, since then I've stayed far, far away.
Okay. Hey, Elena's got some good recommendations. I like this. Appreciate the engagement.
Yes, Reindeer does have their own load board too.
But they're now on Super Dispatch.
Yes, they are.
So
you might be,
I mean, I don't
just get signed up with them though. And then get your loads that way. I think you're better off going through Super Dispatch.
Oh man, look at her go. She's got Roadrunner. I didn't know. Does Roadrunner have a load board?
They do, but it's not. Here's the thing. On their when they put a load on Central Dispatch, they go click this link and go sign up to get the load. I don't know if I consider it a straight load board because you're getting on there to ask for a load and telling them when you want to pick up and deliver. I've never been successful with getting requesting the load that way, by the way.
TQL just got in the bucket with U-Ship, so...
She had problems with him. Alina, isn't that the one that paid the wrong company and then wouldn't pay your driver or something like that? I'm almost positive.
Well, if you read Facebooks on the internets, you will see that is the consensus.
Okay.
I'm treading lightly, just to be nice.
Yeah.
For once. Let's see. Yeah, and I would love to know what's going on with Carvana.
Yeah.
Can you go to their load board?
Yeah, let's see.
I don't.
If I can get
You
in.
can?
Yeah, let me see if I can get in.
I'd love to see it. I mean, I know we've seen it before, but there's not one size fits all in auto transport. Things can be drastically different in 90 days. You never know what's happening. That's another reason why new carriers, they don't know.
You have to let me share, it says.
Oh, well, shoot. Okay. Oh,
all right, let me find it.
You now have the authority.
Here we go. This is the Carvana load board. Let's go to actual loads. Here's your actual load.
Oh, that's right. It's on ClearPath. Oh my God, I gotta talk to ClearPath.
And okay, so this would be all the loads. How many pages we got? Oh, there's only 48 loads.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow, that's a load board?
Yep.
How? Okay. Now I'm gonna say this. I mean, that was really mean, Jay. Bad Jay. The good news could be that their carrier network is so hot that these are only the random loads that they posted. But I don't think that that's true. So I don't understand. It could be.
Are these are?
I mean, they do have a lot of employees too. You know, Carvana has a lot of its own trucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need to know. And I know Carvana moves a lot of cars, but I'm surprised at how many loads. There would still be more. Maybe they move so fast. I really don't know.
I don't know.
I'm assuming
my problem
it's
is
because they have a lot of employees.
I think they haul a lot of them themselves is what I think. But
it's got to be what it is.
I also know that their prices are not always the best, so
that's what Elena said.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can look right here. It's not telling me the miles, but it's just telling me what
okay. 7 Seas Transport. For the record, 7 Seas Transport says TQL Freight. 53-foot dry van stuff and whatnot isn't bad.
Luck
so
on the
thank
freight
you.
Side.
That's good. We're fair and balanced, literally. We may be the only actual fair and balanced channel. What were those last words there? Last words. Those were the last words. So, all right. This was good. I like this detour. I'm going to take the screen back. We've only got... I know you got to run soon.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do is...
So we're going to add to the load board thing.
Okay. I'm going to save some news for next week, which is cool. And we're going to add to the load board thing, exactly. Right. We'll do another show, which is good, because, man, oh, man, do we need topics.
And so this is how you get signed up with Autosled. Did I send it to you? Is that what I did?
Yeah, this was, we got your registration materials, but we couldn't get you signed up.
Yeah, 4 months is what theirs is.
4 months, okay. And that's... And
it also says a minimum of 8 reviews on CD within the last 6 months. You have to have a 4.7 at least in the new rating system.
And what number were they? This is Autosled, right? Autosled's number 8. Okay,
8,
and it was 4 months. Is it standard 4 months for new carriers?
That must be what they are. They weren't before. I believe we signed everybody up in the very beginning.
Right. This is what I'm talking about. The changes. I mean, it's always changing. Yeah. Okay. So that was Autosled. 90 days. Here's my thing.
Aren't they always saying that we don't have enough drivers? So why?
Well, now, darn it, you just stepped right in it, didn't you? Because that's part of the irony.
I know.
Everybody talks about driver shortage. Guess what? Yeah. And there's a guy jumping up and down in a parking lot. Hey, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Well, you're a noob.
Yeah, you're a noob.
Okay, I'm not though. I started a new company. I've been driving. I grew up in a truck.
I know.
I got tire tracks on my toes.
And most of these drivers
not
work
according
for
to the
somebody else starting up
FMCSA.
their own. Yeah.
And by golly, they sure do know the absolute truth. That was totally out of line. So anyways, yeah. Driver shortage. Okay. Know your ecosystem. This was last week's if you missed the show. And we're going to keep sending in your BOLs. We want to keep looking at that. It wasn't the most popular show, which I think is also an indicator of education is not what we need. We just need to, make $1. We should make a show called Just Make $1.
I had somebody ask me for a load today and said they would do it for $50 less again.
Right.
Just like, what?
I will any dollar.
Yeah.
That'll be the next show, any dollar. But I did do Tuesday night. We were talking about repo loads in the repo industry, lenders, auctions, repo, transport, forwarders, brokers. Really pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
And they were actually asking me, Jay, so what do you think some of the problems are? And man, oh man, I told them, I said, nobody ever screams, I got a repo. Never. It's never happened.
No, I know.
Never.
I don't even make my drivers do them. It's too much of a nightmare.
There we go. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And the lender, the lender's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they don't get it.
Well, and that's what we're talking about. And the auction's like, just do it. And the repo agency's like, you need an appointment. You need a COI. You need to be nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Pretty please, sugar on top. And the transporter's saying, I don't touch my winch for less than $100.
Right. Or more.
It's all true.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah. So we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Boy, we're just having a good old time talking about it. And this was the panel. Pretty good stuff. Dave from Montway. Dave Sutton from Montway. This guy's awesome. Really. I've been his friend for years now. It's great. Brian Russell is with GM Financial. GM Financial was on the show Tuesday night. Yeah. This is Jordan. He is Director of Operations at ClearData, which is that software that the repo agencies use. Which I told him, I said, man, we could do a demo of that every quarter.
Yeah.
So here's a question. I was speculating live. Do you know ClearData?
Yeah, I've requested a load.
There you go.
To be picked up through that. But it's still email.
Do you think drivers in auto transport know what ClearData is?
Not unless they're doing that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And even when they are doing that stuff, they may not know what software it is they're doing the stuff through. And that's my point to ClearData, is that to them, in the repo world, ClearData is like drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, in auto transport, central dispatch is like drinking water.
Right.
But does that mean each other's industries know what each other... No, it doesn't. That's part of this is where part of the education comes in. Renee is with Harding Brooks Insurance Agency and has a passion for information. You've seen her before on ATI. And then Vaughn Clemens, he is now the president of the American Recovery Association. He's on fire for this information. So this really was a great show Tuesday night. If you missed it, check it out. It's the Ecosystems Neutral Zone. It's ATI. Thanks for joining us today on Industry Logistics and saying hello. And thanks for the information, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good stuff. We're going to keep it going. So we got 2 more shows. Well, we got top 15 auto load, whatever.
Yeah. Top
15 auto transport load boards. That we got to do that. I got to reach out to ClearPath and see if I can get them on the horn. And then we were supposed to have Shiafra from Trusted on today. She couldn't make it. She has to reschedule. And there's no show next Thursday.
Great.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks on the 27th with another bang up show. All right. Cool. That was awesome. All right. Hey, Janice, thanks for what you do.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, everybody in the live chat, for what you do. chiming in, saying hello. James, thanks for tuning in. Jeremy, thanks for the information. Yeah. Everybody's invited to come here. This is an educational channel. It is a community. It is actual transparency. I mean, you know, you could say whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. This is Auto Transport. What do we say, office?
Goodbye,
Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, see ya.
Take care. Bye.